Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He's on the move. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That goes for 36 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Gets the feed in. That's a catch. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Hand off on 2nd and short. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Long time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Raiders start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action here. Finds his fullback. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The give here on second. He's contained at the line for no gain. Play stopped by Damone Clark. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. So on 4th down, outruns J.K. Scott to send it skyward. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Chased out to his right. Down the run right, throwing deep down the big gain downfield. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Pass caught, 9-yard line. Touchdown. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Pierce now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
That throw finds Pickens. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 39. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They've got a man in motion. They are throwing it again. Completed here to Pickens. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They're throwing it. This ball's caught by Pickens. And this is down all the way to the 3. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Looking to throw on 1st and goal. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders start to fight back with their first points of this game. George Pickens, the touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Back now, pressure on its way. Escapes the pocket. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme was gimme 6.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. give on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. He'll throw it. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Trying for the deep ball. Wanted to get it to Cooper, but it's intercepted. So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Working quickly here. Here's a give up the middle. And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Hand off to the back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Setting up the screen. Continuing to move past the 45. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And someone stepped in, it's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, I suppose some praise is in order for bringing him down almost immediately and preventing a return. Definitely minimized the damage the best they could, but it is still a demoralizing outcome for this offense to give the ball away.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He cuts it to the right sideline. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Raiders first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Raiders. with a 2nd and 7. Looking for a throw here. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Pass play now. He has the first over the middle. Offense up to the line fast. To the air now on 1st and 10. Caught near the goal line. He has the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It is caught left side. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 36. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He'll throw it yet again. He fires one deep down the middle. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
He completes it in traffic. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they'll decline this and take the results. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 16. Catch is made in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They motion a receiver left. They'll throw it again. On the move, headed right. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a one-score game before halftime. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Airing it out to start this drive. Throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. On line, but not enough juice. It's no good short. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Pierce now on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Give now to the running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Completed to his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Hits his running back. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw now. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Sending a receiver left. That throw finds Pickens. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. For the 2nd time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They give it to him again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the gun on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a Vegas 1st down. Here's the handoff. Blast through midfield. Inside the 30. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. Lobbering now to kick this one away. Pierce now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Bails out of the pocket quick. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Right up the gut. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Play stopped by Damone Clark. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 3 quarters in the books. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Setting up the running back screen. Has room into the secondary. Has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Catch is made down the right sideline. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Plowing up the middle. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That kind of call right there, Kate, shouldn't be the third down surprise it used to be 5, 10, 15 years ago. So common in teams' playbooks league-wide. But boy, is it tough to defend. And that's why they love breaking it out to reset those chains.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Back to the well again. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders, 8 points behind. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Now to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead.
So close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession. Sit on the bench to get the...
Oh, no, the ball is loose. And the Raiders get to it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right, he's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway. The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Another carry for him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He'll throw it. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
This ball's caught by Pickens. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He's got a man left. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. He'll look to throw it. Completed here to Pickens. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Setting up to pass. Cut near the goal line. And it's not over yet, football fans. He scores, and now a 2-point conversion will force overtime. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender.
And the conversion is good. He's into the end zone. Oh, looks like we may be headed for overtime. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He'll take this at the 10. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Commanders make the interception on the final play of regulation. They've got some serious momentum now as we head to overtime. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And they pick him off again! And the Commanders surprise them with the interception, and now have a chance to win this game! You want that ball first in OT, Brock. You get the chance to control your own destiny. But what a stunning turn of events now as that interception gives this team a chance to win it all right here.
That just can't happen. I mean, offensively, that just can't happen. But defensively, I know exactly what those defenders are saying as they're running off the field. Okay, now's your time. Go finish this pick, go win this game, and let's go celebrate in that locker room.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Here's the give. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll run now on 2nd down. Has a lane inside the 25.